Hey guys, good morning. As y'all know, it's your girl Station, and I'm back with another video. And y'all already know what this video is. It's Preaching Sundays, period. So I'm not sure what topic I have. So today I'm going to talk about teen pregnancy. I believe next Sunday I'm gonna talk about depression. But yeah, today I'm talking about teen pregnancy, and all this stuff that's happening nowadays with the laws of Texas and things of that nature. But yeah. So this is just like mainly what I'm saying. All this stuff that I'm saying is just my opinion. I'm just giving my opinion on what I think. So every Sunday, as y'all know, I'm doing topics, random different topics. Some might relate to others, but yeah. But yeah. Stop it. Biscuit and Brownie over here. My sister guinea pigs over here fighting. Crazy. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about teen pregnancy because I feel like it's a lot. Like, y'all know it happens a lot in this generation, especially with early pregnancies and things of that nature. I can't tell anybody how to feel or what to do. I'm just giving my opinion on certain things. And just telling y'all what I think should and shouldn't happen. Yeah. So basically, I feel like that even though we should be preventing teen pregnancy, you cannot control what is destined to happen. That's the slogan of the day. Everything that you want to prevent, if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. And teen pregnancies is just one of those things. You can have a talk with your child about all the different ways to prevent it, or like come talk to you and things of that nature before doing it and things of that nature. But I'm like, if they want to do it, at the end of the day, they're going to do it. I know it's hard for some parents to be supportive of their child when that happens. Like, oh, you should have come to me before, or you shouldn't be thinking about this at a young age. But y'all know, like, nowadays, people, like, every generation is getting smarter and smarter every generation. Like, people be holding their bottles now, like, 5 months? Probably not even that. So it's like, they develop stuff more fast, and then when they come out into this world, they pick up on certain things, especially with music nowadays and anything like that nature. And peer pressure is still real. It's very much real. Temptation is very much real, and people need to understand that things could be very tempting no matter what it is. It's just up to the person to decide whether or not they is going to allow it to tempt them or to remove them from that situation to get rid of the temptation. I feel as though when people reach certain ages, but it's not even certain ages now. It's like even people in like pre-K, kindergarten, they be going to school touching girls and stuff like that, and vice versa. And it's low-key sad because they need to understand that don't touch nobody without their permission. But my thing is, it's not always on the kid. It's sometimes on the parent. What is y'all doing? Stop it. I'm gonna knock them out. But yeah, it's like the parents have to take some responsibility in what their children do. Um, like I just feel like when your when your child, I'm not gonna say always, but sometimes when your child has gone down the wrong direction, and you know somewhere in your heart that you played a part, and that then you need to understand. Um, Not saying everybody. I'm just saying sometimes. Like I was watching this couple talk about this documentary about this dude. He always was recording. I don't remember what the documentary was called, but they were saying he was always recording his family. His mom was like a crackhead and things of that nature, and she his brothers. He was like one of the younger I think he was the youngest sibling. I think, and he will always record. I think he was the youngest. If he wasn't the youngest, he was the second youngest. But he had older siblings. He had an older sister and an older brother. His other brother was doing drugs. His sister, I don't forgot what happened with her, but she ended up having a child, I think. Um, his plans was, to become a firefighter. I think, and leave his town and things of that nature, and become something better for himself. He will always record his family. And one day, it all went bad. And he was one of the people who got good grades. He stayed in school. His brother and sister dropped out of school. He had a dream and he was going to conquer it. And he ended up losing his life early because his brother, when people want what you got, because his brother was selling. He was selling stuff, y'all. If y'all know what I mean, you know what I mean. He was selling stuff, and when people want what you got, people be robbing places and killing people and everything for that. And so, like, people, they went up to him, and they was like, "Come on, let's go in the sorry." But it was like something, and he was like, "Yeah, come on, let's go in the house," or something like that. And my thing is, you have family in the house. If these people came up to you randomly, why wouldn't you just do that transaction outside or do whatever outside? Why would, like, the brother has to take some responsibility, because you brought them inside the house that has kids, your family, your mom, all of them. You brought them people into your house, which caused everything to happen. Once he brought them in the house, they were telling everybody to get downstairs. They had guns and everything. And then, like, Eli, I think his name was Eli. Maybe not. I don't remember the boy's name. He was on the stairs, and him being young and stuff, he could have been like, "Oh, like, I see my family downstairs getting these dudes got guns." He could have just left. Like, he was upstairs when all this was happening, and when he came on the stairs, he saw what was happening, and he decided to wrestle the person with the gun, so that way he wouldn't kill any of his family members. And in all honesty, he could have left. He could have left, and he could have lived his life to the fullest. But him being the person that he was so kind, and so, he was just so, he was a good person. And he had wanted to live his life to the fullest, and he wanted to get out of there. And he wrestled the person with the gun. He ended up getting shot. And even though he was getting shot, he was telling, like, his sister, like, "Please get the kids out of here. Like, get everybody out of here. And my thing is, the oldest son didn't do anything. This was all your fault, and you didn't do anything to help him. Your younger brother, you didn't do anything. And yeah, he died. He died. Um, and it's crazy. Even while he was dying, his only care was worrying about other people. So like, that's really touching to me, which is why I'm getting a little emotional. That really is touching to me, cause like, even the mom blamed the This is where it's going. Even the mom blamed the son, cause like, she was like, "Oh, this is all your fault. If you wasn't doing this and that, he wouldn't be gone right now," and all this other stuff. But my thing is, she has to take some responsibility. She has to. She let her oldest son drop out of school because she was like, "Oh, like, I understand because I dropped out of school as well." No, you're supposed to want, even though it's good to let your kids do what they want. But my thing is, if you're my kid, you're gonna stay in high school. I don't care if you want to follow your dream after high school, and you will have a dream. I don't know what it's gonna be, but my kids will have a dream. I'm not gonna force anything upon them, but they will want to be something. And after high school, if whether or not they want to go to college, that's fine with me, as long as they gonna do something that's gonna help them in the long run, whether it's working all the time or going to college if they want to, or just doing something that they really love and it helps them in any way it can. No matter what, I would support them. But my thing is, that mother has to take some responsibility. Your oldest son dropped out of high school, start selling drugs and stuff. Your daughter got pregnant at a young age, had children. You have to take some responsibility, because when you being a crackhead and all this stuff, you're not in your right mind to take care of kids. Like, what in your right mind says like, "Oh, like, it's good for me to have kids," and then don't, like, something happens to you. I'm not sure if this is for the mother, but they said something about a lady. I think it was the mother. She she was doing good in school. She was. And then one day came where she went, something happened, and a bunch of dudes raped her at a park. They said she never coped with it, and she never, faced reality. So she turned to drugs, so that way every day she wouldn't face that reality of her being raped. And my thing is, it all started with the mom. Like, I know for rape victims and sexually harassed victims, I know it's hard. I know it's so hard to get over the fact that you've been raped, but eventually you have to face reality. Whether it's you going to therapy, whether it's you reporting them over and over again to the police, do something, whether it's you fighting for justice for other women who've been raped, you have to face that reality at some point, because if not, your life will not turn for the better, is what I'm gonna say. Because you will try anything to not face that reality. But once you face that reality and you help yourself and maybe others in the way that you can after your situation, you will feel 10 times better. And I feel like the mother didn't face that reality, and so it took a turn for the worse on her. Which is her kids not doing good in school, her kids not doing the same stuff, following her in her footsteps, her kids not doing better for themselves. The only kid that was doing better for themselves was the youngest. or the second youngest. I don't remember how old he was, but he was the youngest brother to the sister and the oldest brother. So yeah, you didn't do your part. And that's why it comes to say, like, in teen pregnancy. Like, even though it's not really related to teen pregnancy, what I just talked about, parents, if you, like, I feel like some way you have to take responsibility. Like, I understand you, like, a lot of people like to take credit for when their kids do something good in their life, which is good. That's good. You take credit for that and be like, oh, I've been there for that. But when they kids, this, and mind you, this has nothing related to me or my family at all. It's just like a topic that I think needs to be spoken about. But when they kids don't face up to the parents, expectations, or they don't face to the stuff that the parents want them to do better for themselves, it seems like they low-key disown them, or they just don't not caring and just letting them do whatever they want. And I'm like, in certain situations, letting the person do what they want, that's fine. But like, in certain situations, if you can take credit for something that's good, please remember to take credit for something that's bad that's happened to your child. Like, if you know you didn't do what you did as a person, or as a mother or a father to your child, you have to take responsibility. Like, oh, I did not do what I was supposed to do with them. I didn't punish them in no kind of way. Not punish them as in like tie them up and stuff like that, but I didn't discipline them the way that they were supposed to be disciplined, which is why they turned out the way they did. But yeah, with teen pregnancy, I just feel like it's inevitable. I feel like you could try the most. Certain religions have like expectations that are harsh and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, what I've seen, in the United States, it's inevitable. Like, you can't stop it from happening. Of course, you can show all these things, have all these classes, just go to do all these things to prevent your child from getting pregnant, or showing them all the ways to be safe during pregnancy and things of that nature. Whether they do it or not is up to them. And honestly, if you're doing everything you can and having a sex talk with them, you have done everything that you can. And my thing is, I don't think you should take responsibility for that. I just feel like in that certain circumstance of teen pregnancy, I feel like you should be understanding. Like, I don't think I would ever be that parent like, oh my gosh, like, you're getting out of my house, I'm kicking you out after I find out my child is pregnant. No, I'm not doing that. I would be understanding. I might have a hard time because as a parent, you'll have a hard time because you don't understand like where you go wrong. But honestly, if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. Yes, there are ways you can prevent it. But at the end of the day, you can't God did it for a reason. You might not understand that reason when the time comes, but God did it for a reason. This video low-key getting long, so I'm about to cut it a little shorter. Yeah, you just have to be understanding. That's what this video is about. It's not about teen pregnancy. It's about understanding. Parents understanding. Parents, you need to understand that no matter what you do, I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. I guess because my cycle coming. But no matter what you do, you can't force somebody. No matter what you do, you cannot prevent the inevitable. Because what's meant to happen is what's meant to happen. A lot of people say, like, oh, my child is I disowned my child because she got pregnant at a young age. Why would you do that? Because after you realize what you could have did with that girl, and you realize, like, even after, like, she probably would apologize many times to you and tell you, like, oh, like, this didn't, like, I didn't mean for this to happen. Of course, nobody means for it to happen. Don't nobody mean to get pregnant unless they really trying to. But I'm like, when it's teen pregnancies, it's not really like, oh, this is planned. Like, I don't know. It might be planned, but I just still feel like, even at the end of the day, I don't feel like nobody should be kicked out. I feel like even you have to not understand, like, even if you're a certain religion or anything, like, I understand some religions is frowned upon and things, and you might be punished and things of that nature. But I feel like, from my perspective, I feel like nobody should be punished. I feel like everybody should be understanding of the situation. Just, like, talk to your child. Be like, hey, like, I'm a little disappointed because you didn't wait, or you didn't wait a little while and you didn't come to me before you did it and talk to me about it. I understand we had the talks, and whatever happened, I couldn't have prevented it. But no matter what, I will still always love you. I don't understand why that's so hard. Like, people go the most harshest ways. And, like, lately, I'm seeing people from, like, my who I went to high school with is getting pregnant. And I'm like, and their parents is so supportive. And I'm like, that is great. Like, I don't think I would ever disown my child. Or, I don't know why I'm so emotional about this whole shit. Fucking, I am so sorry that I cuss. But, like, this whole, I don't know. But I just feel like, like, why are you disowning that child because she got pregnant? Like, you have to tell her, like, okay, like, this wasn't in our plans, but obviously it's in God's plans for this to happen. I will be there for you no matter what. We gonna get through this together. That's all you gotta say. And, like, I know, me personally, y'all know that I'm not for abortions, but the fact that the state Texas has put a I'm for, my thing is, I'm for abortions, but I'm also against them. I'm for them when it comes from, like, bad situations, as y'all know, like rape, things of that nature, in cases where the girl didn't want to have the child. I'm not against abortion, because my thing is, I'm not doing abortions for none of the stuff that I happen. Obviously, I got this child for a reason, but, I'm very understanding of other people's situations. So it's like, well, depending on what the situation is, like, if you was messing around without condoms and you wasn't on birth control and y'all just had raw, unprotected sex and you thought you wasn't going to get pregnant, and the fact that you got pregnant and you aborted the child, it blows me. So, yeah, I already talked about that in the adult sexual talk on my channel. But yeah, it's just the fact that we have to be understanding. And the fact that Texas had put that you can't have an abortion after 4 weeks is beyond me. Because some people don't even find out they're pregnant until, like, they're a month in, like a month, not even a month, because sometimes people don't show and people don't have signs or symptoms. So I'm like, you have to at least give them to, like, I feel like you shouldn't put a limit on when somebody should get an abortion, unless it's like the doctors say, oh, it's too late to have one. But like, I don't feel like there should be any limit on when the person decides to have an abortion. That really is beyond me. It really is. I feel like that's such, like, what if your mom, like, what if your mom did find out you was pregnant so, like, you wouldn't be here? That's why I'll tell fucking Texas. Like, that really blows me that they put a law on that. Like, who all agreed on that fucking law? That law is so fucking stupid. Like, that really blows me. But yeah, the topic of today is understanding. Just be very understanding of people's situations. Don't judge nobody. Don't talk about nobody. Don't disown nobody. Don't unless they did something really, really, really bad. Don't do stuff. Don't do stuff cause karma comes back, y'all. And I feel like it'd be like the most religionist people that do the worst stuff to their child when they find out the stuff that they have been doing. But I'm like, you gotta be understanding, like, that quote unquote wild child has been going through something to make them this way. You have to understand that. If you don't talk with your child, I don't care if it's once a month, talk with your child and have a deep ass talk. Be like, hey, like, how's it going? How's school? Have you been feeling anything? If anything, you can tell me. Like, you have to always be understanding from like day one. Not saying don't discipline them. I'm just saying be very understanding from day one. Whenever that child was born, be very understanding to the day you or them pass away. That's all I'm saying. Because that will build a great bond. Maybe if y'all bond hasn't started off great, maybe, why am I getting so emotional today? But, maybe start off doing it. If you haven't did it in the past, start off doing it. Start being understanding and start talking to your child and, start being there for them more, and letting them know every time you talk to them, like, you're there for them. Why am I so fucking emotional? Like, my cycle's supposed to come on tomorrow, y'all. Like, I'm so dead. I've been crying this whole video. But, yeah. Just be very understanding, guys. I know this is a long video. I'm not going to edit it. But yeah. Be very understanding, guys. Don't judge nobody. You don't know what nobody's going through. This is why I should be a counselor. This is why I'm going to school for social work. Just for this. Ooh, I have my glasses. This is why I'm going to school for this. Graduate school for this. Because I want to be a freaking counselor, and I want to help families, young adults, individuals in general. I want to help everybody that I can. I want to give my honest opinions like I'm doing right now. Yeah. Also, my Patreon link is in the description. So if you want to support me and watch the exclusive posts that I've been posting, hit that link in the description and become a patron for me. Also, follow me on all my social medias. They will be in the description down below as well. You can click that LinkTree link. It will lead you to all of my videos and things of that nature. Yeah. I've been having a very hard time, y'all. I'll be completely honest with y'all. I've been having a very hard time in life. And I feel like I've been crying so much in this video because as I was just talking, like, it's just like tears are just pouring out of me. And I'm guessing I needed to cry for some reason. I'm probably going to finish crying when I get off. But I'm guessing I've been crying for a reason because I haven't broken down in a minute. But I'm trying to keep positive and things of that nature. But yeah, like I told y'all before, my mental has been taking hits, but you know, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I'm sorry I'm crying at the end of the video. That's so, oh my god. But yeah, just the end of this video. As y'all know, Dream Gang, I took my nails off, y'all. Ugh, ugly. But yeah, as y'all know, Dream Gang is the only gang. We the best gang. I love you guys so much. Thank y'all for supporting me. We almost at 300 subs. Thank y'all so much for listening to me. But yeah, this has been Preaching Sundays and Dream Diaries, and I'm out. Bye.